We need to talk to Professor. He's back on Zoom. Hello, good morning, Professor. Hello.
Good morning, how are you?
We are fine, thank you. How are you two?
Good morning, how are you?
We are good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, and you?
Fine, thank you. All right, Prof. So we want to talk a bit about the monkeypox for lack of knowledge with those who don't know much. Can you hear me, please?
I didn't hear you.
Okay.
I didn't hear you. Can you please? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm hearing you now.
Fantastic. I was saying that we want to talk about monkeypox this morning. There are a lot of people out there who have heard the name monkeypox, but they don't really know what monkeypox is. Can you please give us an insight of what monkeypox is?
Yes. Thank you for getting to me this morning. Monkeypox, as you hear about it, it's just another version of smallpox as we know about it. But this time it's quite different in such a way that this is endemic in Central and West African countries, and right now it's very it's an issue in Nigeria and Cameroon. The most interesting thing is that this one was discovered in 1958 when there was an outbreak of disease causing pox found in monkeys that were, in captivity, that were being used for research. But in terms of humans, it was discovered in 1970 in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where it happened. But the interesting thing is that about 2 years ago, the World Health Organization recorded that we had over 4,594 suspected cases. But then, out of this one, only 171 people died out of it. The interesting thing for us to know is that this is a health program that does not spread easily between humans. But then scientists are also puzzled that a disease that is not easily transmitted has been able to spread in many countries. For instance, you see that there were 7 cases in the UK, and it was found out that this came into the country from Nigeria. People who were returning from Nigeria. And even quite recently, the Director General of Ghana Health Service indicated that there was one case found in the US, and apparently it was from a traveler from Ghana that happened. So this is what is happening now. And one thing that we would like to say is that, you see, right now, it tells about how prepared the world community is towards, certain health problems like this. We all know that smallpox was eradicated a long time ago, and this thing has come up. So this is an interesting thing that is really being followed. But the one thing that I would like to say is that the Ghana Health Service so far is doing what they will be able to do. But what we should also understand is that when this health problem comes in, you see that there are some symptoms that will come. For instance, there will be fever, there will be headache, there will be swollen lymph nodes, and then, general bodily pains. But then when these things, and then, for this one, you see some rashes that will come on certain areas, the face, the hands, the feet, before it spreads all over the body. But then when the fever comes in, it is the fever that will rather lead to the rashes. And these rashes will be found on the hands, the bodies, and then the genital parts. But what we should know is that when you see these symptoms, it does not mean that it's monkeypox. These ones will have to be further investigated, because if you look at smallpox, measles, all these things have some of these symptoms. So it is recommended that there should be PCR tests to actually ensure that this is monkeypox that is coming up.
Right, Prof.
Yeah.
Let me find out. You know, people out there are definitely scared, and they are asking themselves, how can I prevent myself from getting monkeypox? Yesterday, we heard that wearing of mask can help prevent monkeypox. How true is this, and what are some of the things that we can do also to prevent it?
Yeah, what I can say is that in terms of prevention, you know, when you get to the health field, there are standard procedures, something like putting on gloves and nose masks, and then this appears to be okay. But one interesting thing is that this one is spread through personal and close contact, and then skin-to-skin contact, face-to-face contact, then we have mouth-to-skin contact too. And then one thing too is that you can't be infected when you use things that those who have been infected come close contact with. That is that, you know, the bedding that they use, the towels, the clothing, and then some of the things that they use. So we really have to be careful. So if you ask yourself, what are some of the things we do that leads to skin contact, face-to-face contact, and then mouth-to-skin contact? So these are some of the things that we should know. And now we have to also understand that personal hygiene, you have to clean yourself, surfaces and all those things. That is why it's recommended that even now, the COVID-19 is still around. So I think that in combination, we should be able to observe those protocols too, and that will help us. That is what I can say for now. And then we should also make sure that we don't misinform what happens. For instance, you will see that the Director General of the Ghana Health Service coming out to talk about the fact that we had this pandemic in Ghana. There were people who were speculating that we had it there already. But as I said, when these symptoms come, it is further tests that will pinpoint whether it is really monkeypox or not. So we also have to be very careful how we look at these things. And of course, it's normal that you go to the health facilities, some of the nurses, health workers will see that people will come with these pox around, and they will think, yes, we have monkeypox in Ghana, which may not be the case.
Do we have the vaccines readily available in Ghana as of now?
Well, I can say that these ones were approved in 2019, but it's not yet widely available. Even so, that is the problem. It's not well available in the country.
Okay, so it means that you have to protect yourself. Now, we sit in public transport and we have the skin-to-skin. How do we prevent it from spreading then? Do we call on the government to give us our social distancing back, or we can still go ahead and go out there and we'll be okay?
Well, as I said, let's just observe the normal protocols of the COVID-19. It's still around. I mean, simple hygiene, maintaining physical distance and all these things will help. Let's be our brother's keeper. Let's look out. Because now, even when you walk around and you see people see you even in nose masks, they think you are coming from a different planet on all these things. We just have to know that we have to take care of ourselves. That is what we need to do. And I'll also advise that whenever the Ghana Health Service comes out with something like vaccination and whatever, we should work with them on that, because these are the aspects. In Ghana, we tend to have so many different aspects in different areas. And we have to make sure that we conform to these standards.
Prof, how deadly is the monkeypox?
Well, what I will say is that in terms of it being deadly, if you look at the statistics, I mean, being fatal is about 3.7% of the studies that it's not as deadly as it is, but still, we have to make sure that we deal with this. Compared to COVID-19, it's not deadly, but still, once it's transmissible, we have to take note of that.
Right. So,
and you see, okay, continue.
No, please go ahead. Please go ahead when you're done.
What I'd like to say is that when these things happen, they have different forms. For instance, we are finding this one in developed countries like UK and then USA. But the studies that are done are mostly done in Africa, Central and then West Africa. So it's very, very interesting as we deal with it.
Do we have any side effects after it's been cured?
Well, I would say that not very sure about this, to be very honest, but I think that like all health problems, when it comes, of course, if you have this disease and there are rashes all over your body, chances are that they will still be around. I mean, experiences from other smallpox and whatever. That is what I would like to see.
Can you get monkeypox without the rashes coming out? Maybe you get the first few symptoms, maybe the fever, the body pains and all, but you go for treatment, hence the pox doesn't really come out. Is it possible?
Well, so far in the known cases, the pox have to come in the lesions. In the known cases, that is what actually brings it out.
Okay, all right. So for now, we just want you to hammer on the symptoms again before you leave, please.
In terms of the symptoms, you have fever, and then headache, then muscle and backache, swollen lymph nodes, and then general bodily pains, chills, and then exhaustion. And then, of course, when there's fever, you will have these rashes. The rashes will be on your hands, your feet, and then your face before it will spread to other parts of the body. But one caution is that when you see these symptoms, it doesn't mean that you have monkeypox. What it means is that, I mean, it's a suspected case. And then further tests like PCR will have to be done to confirm that this is actually a monkeypox, because measles, chickenpox may also have the same symptoms. That is what needs to be done. So you don't have to rush into conclusion. You have to get to the health facilities, and these ones will be done. And I also say that I'm sure that what is going on, the Ghana Health Service will have updates as it goes on. And my advice is that we should listen and try to work with them.
Thank you so much, Prof. We are super, super grateful that you could join us this morning. So we'll be speaking to Professor Kofi Bobi, who is a public health expert, and we've been talking about the monkeypox that we've recorded 5 cases in Ghana.